Hi, welcome back to my channel. We're at another BYD launch. Can you guess what car this one is? It's another new model. So if you guessed the BYD Sealion 5, you would have been right. Another car. I think this is the third car this year, and it's the third car that's come this year, and it's only January. So they're bringing a huge amount of models to the country at the moment. So this one is a smaller version of the Sealion 6. It's a plug-in hybrid EV, so it's with a 1.5 litre motor, and you can see the range on this car, 96% battery, and it's estimating it's got 929 kilometers. So that's going to make the market in Australia pretty happy, because I'm sure plug-in hybrids are going to be the biggest seller this year. They're probably going to outsell battery cars, I think, the rate they're bringing these in. And this one starts from $32,000, so it's a reasonable price for what it is. The Sealion 5 looks like a standard hybrid from the front. It's got the big radiator at the front, and it's got some really nice LED headlights with daytime running lights. Comes with Hankook iron tyres, and they're on 18-inch alloy rims, which also look really nice. The design's fairly standard BYD looking mini SUV, and the charge port's on the right hand side at the rear, but with this charge port you only have AC charging. You cannot use a DC charger, and you cannot use vehicle to home, vehicle to grid on this particular model. So it does have the small battery. That's probably why they're only limited it to the AC charging and keep the cost down. They don't need a DC inverter. So the back of the car has the premium model, has the automatic lift tailgate, so it's a really nice feature to have. And the storage in the back is 463 litres, and there's some underfloor storage as well. The floor's not height adjustable like in some BYD models, like my car. I can adjust the height of the floor, but this one you cannot. So the back of the car looks quite modern. BYD are really good at doing these light bars and nice detailed tail light design. Looks really nice. Still think it looks they make some of the nicest looking rear tail lights around. So the car's got this unusual silver finish, which is not really sold on. No other car has this, so it's going to stand out in a crowd. Under the bonnet we've got the 1.5 litre ICE motor there on the left hand side, and on the right hand side we've got all the inverter and the EV motor and gearbox, or just a small gearbox, and these cars are all front wheel drive. This video is sponsored by Carnormus Parts. We sell parts for BYDs, and mainly the BYD Frunk, the Atto free Frunk. And also we have all these accessories, plus we also sell the Dolphin Frunk. If you got one of these cars, you can have a look at my website. I can post the Dolphin Frunk anywhere in Australia, but the Atto free Frunk is pick up only in Sydney, unfortunately. We only sell quality products that I've already checked to make sure they meet my higher standards. So we'll start with the screen here. It looks like it's a 12-inch one. Does it rotate? I think not. Or does it? Let's have a look at all these buttons. Anyway, we're not really that interested in rotating screens anymore, I don't think. So it's just the standard BYD user interface that everyone's using now from the later cars. Not the Atto 3 doesn't have this one. So you can bring in whatever you want to bring in to your shortcut menu. Quite a lot of options. This is, for this price, you're still getting all your safety features, autonomous emergency braking, lane keep assist, autonomous cruise control, all that. How they can do these cars for $32,000 with all these features it's pretty amazing. So what you get is pretty good value these days in the car market. So the best thing about this car is the screen in front of the driver is really informative. Is that touchscreen? No, it's not. Yeah, even though I've got one of these cars, I still struggle with the new ones to work out how they do all the settings. Okay. So if you've got a BYD already, you're probably familiar with all these buttons over here, but this one is the cruise control. That's the distance from the car in front that you want to keep. Got cameras on this car, which are pretty good. The 3D camera, so you can circle around. As you can tell, the graphics in these cameras are amazing. The quality is really good. So we'll have a look at I'll take it off 3D, go back to normal, and one of the runs is really good is the camera on each side of the car. So if you're driving in and you don't want to scratch a wheel or hit anything, you can bring up these cameras. That's the right hand wheel there. Front camera, rear camera, and I'm not sure what this one is. Another one, yeah, that's just a parking assist view from the top. So pretty good. Like I said, I'm not really familiar with this operating system. It's a bit hard for me to navigate coming from the Atto 3, which doesn't have this one. I might have to install this system. I don't really like it because everything's at the bottom of the screen. You can slide all your icons and everything is in a tiny little space, where at least with the older software you get your 3 large icons. But everything seems to be standard BYD, safety assist, parking assist, lights. Yeah. So the Sealion 5 is not a very attractive looking car. For me, it looks like one that's like 5 years old compared to the other models. It's not the prettiest car around. So yeah, the prettiest one has to go now to the Atto 1, I reckon. That's the most. Yeah, they've actually taken the car away here for the presentation because I don't want everybody looking at the Atto 1 instead of this car. So that would have been a bit of a bad launch, but yeah, it just goes to show what a good looking car can do. So this car's actually, would you believe it, it's 156 kilowatts. So that's a lot more than the old 4-cylinder cars we used to. Like 2 litre used to be like 100 kilowatts. This is 156. So the big battery will do 0 to 100 in 7.7 seconds, about the same as the Atto 3. And the smaller battery one can't deliver as much current, so that's about 8.1 seconds for 0 to 100 Ks. Still pretty respectable. And the layout of this car is quite good. The vents are actually a decent, air conditioning vents are a decent size. Some are getting very small now and not very good at bringing and cooling the cabin. And it's got your standard shifter here and your standard BYD layout of buttons here. This is your parking sensors. This one here is your parking sensors, and this one is the warning sound. Autonomous emergency braking. Some people actually turn this off and the car won't brake for you in an accident or something. So make sure you always have this on. And that's your auto hold, and this is your EV or hybrid mode. What modes do we have? Can't see anything there. snow mode, another mode, oh yeah, eco sport, and normal. There's your front demisting for your air conditioning, that's your air conditioning, and this is auto air conditioning temperature control. And volume for the screen and the scroll wheel. If you've got a BYD, you'll know all this. It's all the cars are kind of identical. But the thing I really like about this one is the screen. I really want to have a screen this size. So much better than the car that I have, the BYD Atto 3. But just your standard layout here. Your blinkers are on the right hand side, which I find that's really good. Another quite a big large air vent here, and nice big air vent on the top. We've also got a camera to check if you're drowsy or not. So the battery in the Essential, which is the low one, is 12.9 kilowatt hours, and the Premium is 18.3 kilowatt hours. 18.3, that's getting up there. It's fair size. So you can see the back seat. I've been sitting in the car now for 10 minutes and got to say the seat's pretty comfortable. Back seat looks good. We'll jump in the back and have a look. Just going to jump in the back seat. So, like most BYD cars, this is amazing room for the back of the car. These seats are all the way as far back as they'll go, and I'm still got nearly 100 mils space. And I'm 6'4", I'm not small, so I can easily sit in this car. It's really, actually, yeah, like most BYDs, the seats are very comfortable. Very nice car for the price, starting from $32,000. So yeah, the big choice is this one or Atto 2. Which one would you choose? I'm not really sure. So they're both pretty much the same price. So if you're interested in a plug-in hybrid rather than a full battery car, yeah, this is probably the one to have a look at. I'm not 100% happy with the outside styling. I don't think it's very up to date. But I guess for this sort of money, no one really cares. I just want that 900 kilometers range, if that's even possible to get it, between using the battery and the petrol. So that's pretty reasonable. Even for this amount of money, this car's really well finished off. This looks really stylish. These vents look really nice. And down here you've got the 2 USB ports. So USB-A and USB-C. So in the size, this is the same size as the Atto 2, and it's almost the same price. So yeah, if you want a FEV or a full battery EV, that'd be the two choices. But the Atto 2 definitely is a better looking car, more modern design. So I'll have a look at that right now. So just for comparison, I quickly jumped in the BYD Atto 2, and yeah, straight away you can tell this is a more modern car. It has about the same amount of room, so they're very similar sized cars. This is SUV, the other one is more sedan. Still, it's a pretty spacious sedan. It's not low to the ground, the Sealion 5 or anything, but yeah, I do prefer this car because of the more. It just feels a little bit more modern. So anyway, so two choices now. So EV or plug-in hybrid, pretty much the same money. So we'll have to wait and see which one's going to sell the best. So yeah, I was just wondering which I'm an EV person, but I'm just wondering which car you'd prefer. Would you prefer to buy the EV version, this car, where it's full EV and you only have a limited range of around 350 kilometers, or would you prefer to buy the hybrid version, which has a range about 900 kilometers? But keep in mind you do have to carry around the motor and battery in that car. So yeah, but hybrids seem to be more popular these days. So yeah, maybe I'm a bit yeah, I think for Australia, if you watch my video about going on a road trip with an EV, it's not always good. So I can understand why people want to buy hybrids. So anyway, which one would you prefer? The BYD Atto 2, which is the EV, or the Sealion 5, which is the plug-in hybrid? Yeah, you can leave a comment below. I'm just curious.